Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Direwolf20. My name is Riella, and I am cooking up some cactus here. I'm also cooking up some glass over there. And I am converting all of these to cyan. You may have noticed we are not in our new base, in our cherry blossom grove base, as I said we would be last episode. We are not working on bees, like I said we would be last episode. I got distracted again. Name of the game. That's just the way it goes. You'll get used to it, or you will go somewhere else, and either one's fine. But we are actually going to be working on the Nexus today. This is a little incomplete. This is the Nexus here. This is the grand epic Nexus. Yeah, it lacks a little bit of the epicness. I agree. So we are going to be working on this today, this beautimous place, and I'm going to actually be making a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be making a bunch of machines. We're just going to have all kinds of machines and all kinds of tanks. This is meant to be the epicenter of all of the worlds. This is where all the happening is supposed to be. So I want IC2, I want thermal expansion, I want ME. It is ME, right? Not AE. I always get those two confused. Applied Energistics. We don't want... Yeah, ME. Okay, yeah. We want a whole ME system. We want tanks, and we want just all kinds of stuff going. But first, we could either wait until we started getting this stuff built in and then try to build a building around it, which is already starting to happen. We've already got stuff up and running that's kind of scattered. Or we can do the building first and then add the stuff to it, and that's usually the way I like to go. Obviously, other people on the server, hint hint, just are, but other people on the server like to do stuff, get everything going, and then make it pretty. So form follows function, or function follows form, however you subscribe. I'm the one currently building stuff, so I'm the one who gets to decide. And I'm actually going to play with some other stuff. We have the building guide here. Which I believe just showed us on an episode. I don't really remember, but this is a cool little opens block where you can actually, as you see all these little shadows, it shows you where to build, where to place blocks, depending on what design or what shape you want. So if you want kind of a square-ish dome, you have it here, and you can make it larger and smaller by clicking on the various sides. So we are actually making this more narrow. If we wanted to make it wide again, just go over here, and I'm right-clicking, and everything's going away. And then here, changes it direction the other way, making it more narrow on the, I guess, the north, east-west axis. And then making it wider again. Let's see what this does. This changes the height, makes it taller. So underneath would make it, let's make a little stair here. Okay, so underneath would make it shorter. Hit that a few times. You can kind of see it coming down, shrinking us in. Oh, wow. This is very narrow right here. A little too narrow. Let's make that a little... Okay. You can also change the shape of it. I don't think it's left click. Is it shift right click? Nope, not shift right click. Let's try doing it with an empty hand so I don't accidentally... Okay, it is shift right click. I guess you just have to do it with an empty hand. So here we have a cylinder, a cuboid, which basically just a cube, I guess. Okay, I was not very good at geometry. I preferred algebra. Okay, dome. We're back to the dome. What else we got? Triangle. We got a triangle, which... Okay, let's take a look at this triangle, because I can't... What does this look like? Oh, okay. So that's the triangle part. I thought maybe it'd be... I guess that would be a pyramid, not a triangle. Okay, so we could do a triangle. Get that out of my bar. Pentagon. Ooh, we can have her own pentagon. That would be rather appropriate, wouldn't it? Okay, what else we got? Hexagon. Hexagons are fun. What else? Octagon. Sphere. What else? And back to cylinder. Okay, so we're back to where we were. I already know what I want as we're going through it. We gotta go with the lucky number, which is totally something I passed. And I passed it again. Let's slow down. Take our time. There we go. Octagon. Octagon, my lucky number. So we're going to go with the octagon. Does it not lower and raise? It does not seem to... Okay, so we're making it larger and smaller. But apparently... Okay, yeah, oh, that was wrong. That was the wrong button. Apparently we can't make it tall. Height seems to have no effect on it. Okay, this is just shrinking it evenly. Alrighty, okay. Alright, well, the first room here this is going to be the main room in terms of where all of the books are. So this will be our Mystcraft area with all of the different offshoots that we have. So Spawn and my place and Will's place and Justar once he gets a place set up. And I'm eventually going to have multiple places because it's just how I roll, at least on this server. That's how I'm going to play it. So I think this is actually a good size. I think this is going to be pretty big if I can pillar properly. Let's take a look. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that'll be plenty big because we don't want a huge. We're going to build up. I think we're going to build this direction and utilize some of these hills. If you can call it a hill, I think we're going to kind of curve it a little bit maybe and follow the shape, and that way we can get a little bit, take advantage a little bit of that height. I think is the way it's going to be. I don't really plan too far ahead on things. I kind of decide what colors and or blocks I want to use. But everything is up for change. I kind of decide, you know, as I go how I want to build. It's a very organic way of building, which suits me. So that's all that matters, right? Right, nothing else matters but me. Not that I'm self-centered or anything, but, you know, I am the center of the universe here. And if you don't know I'm being sarcastic, then I'm being sarcastic. I'll just say it. I thought what we would do, I'm making a lot of this cyan, because I think what we're going to do is I'm using this hardened clay mostly because we happen to have a lot of it around. And I'm going to make cyan hardened clay blocks because they come out to be a nice gray. A nice neutral-ish gray. This is definitely not going to be the only color we use. And I did not grab, I grabbed one stack short. This is not going to be the only color we use because I do love my color, which means I'm going to need more. I figured we'd go ahead, we'd also use blue, just plain old blue. Let's put this up. And I thought green might be nice too. And mostly I'm choosing these because they are readily available. Green, there's all the desert with the cactus, so that's easy to come by. Lapis, I've got the quarry going, so that's easy to come by. And it's a little, not as easy, but this is going to be an accent color because it doesn't come out like a proper blue. Why am I using cyan? I do not know. I want this. It does not come out to be a proper blue. It comes out to be a purpley color because it mixes with the red. I think it's quite lovely, but you could probably get too much of it. Definitely too much. So the green and the purple I think will be a nice color. It does start getting into either the Mardi Gras or the Joker range, which I'm actually okay with, but I don't know how anyone else feels about it, so we're gonna go stick with the neutral color as the base, and I think that will help offset it some. And then of course we have any red and orange stained clay if we so desire. We have that little bit of pop of extra additional color if necessary. I already have some, since I have some on me. That was it? Okay. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the green. And there I go again, trying to take that one. Let's grab some green. So yeah, so this is our color scheme. Basic color scheme, not in total. We also gonna make a bunch of glass, so there will be a lot of, I tend to use a lot of glass in my build simply because I like seeing the outdoors. Okay, and this. So yeah, so this could easily be too much. We're gonna use that as an accent, that as an accent. We are gonna need some sort of warm color. I was thinking actually once we get the quarry going, I'll use the detail micro blocks with copper or something similar, bronze or something like that. We'll give it a nice middle sheen to it. Lots of glass, of course, and maybe some black accents a little bit. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. I've got this setup going for sand. We've got, of course, our hopper, which is just feeding a bunch of sand into our smeltery, which we need to refill with lava because we are out of lava. And then over here we have a timer that ticks every 15 seconds and activates this once everything's melted, which it's not melted because there's no lava. But once it's melted every 15 seconds, it activates this guy, pours it, and lets it sit, and then the funnel here, hopper, excuse me, takes it down into this chest automatically, so I can walk away from this as long as I have the lava, which, let's go ahead and get a little bit of lava. Well, you know what? I'll do that off camera, because you don't need to watch me run back and forth adding lava to it. And I want to show you one more thing that I decided to make because I thought it would be fun. I haven't made one of these before. I think it could be fun. We'll see. But we need, not like that. We need this, and this, and this, and I believe it's like this. Yes, luggage. I found that in the open blocks thing. Wah! It's a little dude. I have luggage. He's got a health bar, and he moves. Hello, dude. And he'll follow me around, and he will eat stuff. Nom 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 nom. And then he'll, ta-da! I think that's pretty awesome. So I got a little buddy. And he's so cute. You're a cute little buddy. Okay, he needs a name. We'll have to think about that for a while, but little buddy definitely needs a name. We can always name him Chester after Don't Starve. After our little buddy in Don't Starve. But yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of get this built up just a little bit. Get the base started. I can't decide if I want to lower this or not or keep this tall. I might want to keep the height and just make a platform this big. But it's gonna require some stuff to move. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that going and get that continued with some lava, and I will check in with you here in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. I have been working on this for some time, as you can see. Just trying to work out some of the more specifics and some of the more details now. Thought maybe y'all would like to be in on this. I kind of want to do a recessed kind of look, hence the octagon, of course. You can hear Chester, that skitter. He reminds me of like a dog's nails on linoleum or something. It's pretty funny. Okay, so I excuse me. I definitely know I want to have quite a few windows. I want tall windows. So I'm thinking these narrow spaces that Chester likes to get into would be perfect. Excuse me, Chester. There we go. For that, it's really the ceiling and the roof that I'm having difficulties with. I kind of wanted to curve it in simply because I think if it's totally square it'll look kind of funny, but I'm not quite sure how to go about that. I'm thinking of banding the colors, so purple and then go up some more with the gray and then go up a little bit more with the green and then end with the purple, but I haven't quite worked that out. I also know I want to incorporate some glowstone and some lamps and whatnot. Have not, and of course don't have any of that stuff at the moment. I have not been into the nether, so that's probably going to be a trip in and of itself. And I also know I want to somehow curve this in to meet back here, because I want that there, not right there though. Okay, Being a bat is both great and kind of frustrating. Okay, and that like that. So I'm thinking maybe just might have actually just solved the problem right there. Something like that. Although that looks kind of odd, doesn't it? I think that looks odd. I think we need to go down one more. Maybe we just need to remove these. Like so. Okay, Chester got that one. Thank you, Chester. Very helpful. There we go. Like so, maybe? Like so, like so. Huh. It's the detail work that I's no good at. I'm no good. You know what we could do, come to think of it. Let's go ahead and remove this. And remove this. And just leave it completely recessed. And see how that looks. Actually, I don't think we need this one here. And I don't think we need this one here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Chester. I'm not used to having him. It's both nice and disconcerting at the same time. I think maybe if we follow the lines a little bit, it will, in fact, look okay on its own. Do we need this piece here? No. We do need that one there, though, so let's go ahead and put that one there. Okay. Oops. I thought I saw one. Chester, you almost missed one, buddy. You're slacking. Do not slack. These purple blocks are very important, despite the fact that they say they're blue. They're really purple. Okay, and then maybe we can do a band of glowstone in the inside. Okay, that's I think what we'll do. Yeah. So here, I'll put glass here for now, but right here, I think we'll do glowstone. And I think that will look quite lovely. Give us a little bit of recessed lighting. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Have the glowstone like so. Outside, what does it look like outside? Well, I think it could work outside. We'll have to see, because it'll be nice kind of with the glowstone having the little bump, 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 bump. It could be work. It could work. It could be nice. And some glowstone up in here might be kind of nice too. Put a little, like a line of glowstone instead of this line of blue stained clay. Have it gray, 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 and then glowstone, and then purple. And then gray, gray, gray. Huh. Yeah, I think it's kind of flat looking, but you have to remember, I mean, this is intended to be kind of a portal room. So if we wanted to actually do the crystal portals, these guys, which are here, if we wanted to do these, we could. We have enough room. They wouldn't be big portals at all. But we could just, like so. I mean, it doesn't look as, I don't really like the color as much as, you know, I do otherwise, but this is a possibility because you only need to have a little space to walk through. You treat it kind of like another portal. Let's go ahead and break this, though. I don't know if that's the way we want to go or if we just want to put books in each of these corners, but that's what the intention is these little nooks are where the different locations are, and then we can have more in the center as well. We don't need this guy anymore, do we? We can take him down. So yeah, so it's really, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other 4 or the other 3 that I did here, and put the glass in, and then we have to just worry about the ceiling, but we might have to worry about that in another episode. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started on adding in the next few of these recessed colors, and we'll go from there. There we have it. So this is the general gist of it. I think the glowstone will really help. Right now it doesn't look too bad. It looks a little odd though, but I think the glowstone will definitely help. Yeah, okay. So far so good. This is going to take a little while. I also we'll put some glowstone in the floor or some sort of lamp or redstone, or I don't know. We'll put some sort of lighting in the floor. Definitely need to work on the ceiling. I was actually thinking, it didn't even occur to me, but while I was working on that, it might be nice to actually utilize this guy again. Let's see, where would we want him? Let's actually work off this edge here, because this is about where we would want to round off, right? So we want to find the center, which I'm not sure where the center is. Probably should have indicated it before. Okay, so this row here is the center, so it should be about right here somewhere. Let's go ahead and do this. La 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 la. Oh, look at that! Beautiful. That was the center. Center is here. Let's go ahead and mark it. Let's actually mark it with a torch. Why not? So the center would be right where I'm at, which would be here. So let's drop this guy down. Oh, beautiful. Ooh, hello. What shape did you make? What shape are you? Cylinder? No, I want a dome. There we go. So we can actually use this to create the dome that I want, which is fantastic. Yeah, it should work well, I think. Possibly, instead of me trying to sit here and figure it out. Let's see if we can enlarge it some. That's making it smaller. I don't want smaller. I want larger. Larger. Is it 9? No, let's do 10. See how that looks? 11? 12? What's 12 look like? I think 12 will do it. Okay, so let's do 12 on the other side. Take another look. Here we go. Excellent. Oh yeah, there we go. That is how we will make our dome. Instead of me sitting here trying to figure it out, this is how we're going to do it. I am just going to follow this guideline here. And it actually looks like, for the most part, if I do say so myself, I did pretty well. Now let's see what happens when I take this off. Oh, nope. There goes, one goes there. Okay. All right. Excellent. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I managed to create a thing. Yeah, oh yeah, I can do this. Okay, so we will follow this and create ourselves a nice little setup. Yeah, excellent. Have ourselves a dome. A dome, a Thunderdome. All we need is Tina Turner. There we have just a sample of what it should start looking like. I think the very top layer I'm going to have either glowstone or glass. Probably glass, because otherwise it's a lot of glowstone. I wanted to show the color striations. This glass here I think I'm going to replace with glowstone. I think that will look nice. I don't want to overuse the glowstone, but I do want to have some nice lighting going on. So I think having it recessed here and then having a band of it just right there might look nice. And then at the top, I think we'll probably end up doing glass up there. So you can see the sun. Since it is a constant day, it'll be nice. You get lots of light. It will limit us in terms of, you know, how much glowstone we need or how much glass we need. It's a good resource saver. I guess we'll need glass, but, you know, we're near deserts. It's not that difficult to get a bunch of sand. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Kind of give it a little bit of an Art Deco feel is actually what I'm going for, is a slight Art Deco. Not too overly complicated. I know Art Deco can be fairly intricate. I don't want to mess with any chevrons or anything like that, at least in this build. This build is all about the recessed and arches, but at the same time being kind of subtle about it. So I thought this might be kind of nice. We won't be able to do this if we end up using the Mystcraft portal things. We'll have to take those down, but something like this might be kind of nice. The only problem is that striation in the copper. I don't know if I like that per se, or not the striation, but the gradient. See how the color gradients, it goes from a really light to kind of a darker. We do have the ardite, but ardite's kind of a difficult metal to get, or is it a metal or is it a mineral, or it doesn't really specifically say what it is. You smelt it, so I'm assuming it's some sort of metal, but at any point, I digress. That is difficult to get, a lot more difficult than the copper. I don't want this to be an excessively resource heavy build. Maybe when we're like super rich we can, but at this point in time, I don't think it's necessarily a great idea. It's not a great use of our resources. We can also go with this brass, which kind of has a nice little almost divot kind of look to it. So that's how this looks. Let's back up. I kind of like that better, and I'm pointing, but I'm a bat, so you can't see. I kind of like that better than the copper. I thought the orange might look kind of nice with the copper, but again, it's these gradations. I don't know how to say it. I needed that, Chester, by the way. Go ahead and give that back to me and move out of the way. Didn't you love how he kept getting into my way. He kept just appearing. It was a little bit of a pain. I'm going to see what this looks like real quick as a strip to see if maybe we should in fact do it a strip. I thought it would not be as noticeable. Well, it's definitely not going to be quite as noticeable as a little bit of a smaller strip. And I didn't think that would be preferred. But now I'm beginning to think maybe that will be preferred. Because really, I'm just going for that slight pop of warm color. And add a little bit more dimension to it. Because this clay, as fabulous as it is very flat. It's not a very poppy, so to speak, block. It's just very smooth looking, which is very nice, but at the same time, you know, you need a little extra something. I was hoping for some sort of marble or something for the floor. Maybe I'll end up replacing that later on and putting some sort of pattern in there. So that'll help having something a little bit extra on the floor. But let's see, so we can... Okay, I became a bat, now I can't see anything. So we have the brass there. We can also do that as a strip, but I wanted to see it as a panel. And then this is the copper here. I really like that color of the copper. I just don't like the gradation. I don't like the fact that it goes from bright orange to dark orange. Because when you line them, when you stack them up like that on top of each other, it becomes kind of striped. And I don't know. I mean, the brass has that too, but it's got that slight rivet look. So it looks like somebody actually came in with brass panels and just, you know, popped things in. I kind of thought the metal would be nice because of that little gleam and that little shine, but maybe not. So anyway, I think this episode's probably gone on long enough. I will finish this stuff, the roof off camera. I just kind of wanted to give you a feel for the scale and the scope and the looks I'm going for. I think once I get the glowstone in, that will definitely help brighten it up some in terms, not just because of the lighting, but actually because of everything else. Just the color difference I think will help. And then once I change up the floor some down the line, I think that will help too. But I'll do all of this off camera. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. And so the next time you see it, hopefully it'll be done. At least this particular room. And then we need to start branching off. One of these little gates here, which you can't see anymore because one of these little gates here will lead off, probably this one, because we'll have a door there. Yeah, and we'll utilize that little hill and we'll start branching off. And I want to make kind of a control room. I guess you could call this the control room. This is more like the transport room, I suppose. This is where all the books will be in the teleportation to the different places in the overworld and whatnot. This is the kind of the terminal, I guess would be the good name for it. This is the kind of the terminal of the Nexus. And then we need kind of the control room with all the weapons, well, I guess the weapons, but the pulverizers and the redstone furnaces and the ME system and kind of the heart and the blood of the Nexus. I think we'll put slightly away, not too far, like I said, just that little hill there. But anyway, I've done chattering enough. It is time for me to go offline and do my normal real life stuff, unfortunately. But thanks everyone for watching. My name is Riella, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.